Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight on the news, the latest on mask mandates across the country and the new confusion swirling around them.
Plus, a well-known Nebraska politician has passed away. But first,
thank God I didn't have to go that far to have it done. And they've got some very good doctors and very good hospitals here, so why not?
A specialist helping those with a common heart problem is right here in our own backyard. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. CHI Health Heart Institute here in Lincoln is home to a doctor who has performed the most Watchman procedures in the entire region.
A Watchman device goes into the heart and helps people get off of blood thinners and back to normal activity. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez spoke with the doctor about what his expertise brings to our area. Ariana?
Yes, Dr. Stephen Ackerman celebrated his 400th Watchman procedure. He is in the top 1% of doctors in the nation performing this procedure, and he is right here in Lincoln.
The advantage to doing a lot of them is that I will rarely turn down procedures. I will always try to do them.
He is not the only medical professional to perform this procedure, but he is special enough to teach others across the country how to do it well.
So I've been doing it enough that I've gone over around the country and helped people to start their programs and then initiate help. I go in on the procedures. I don't scrub in with them, but I'm right behind them and whispering in their ear basically, and on how to do things, how to maneuver catheters.
Because he is able to work on the difficult cases, he has had patients from all over.
A lot of our patients are from the western part of Nebraska and northern part of Kansas. We get quite a few from Iowa as well.
This procedure helps patients with atrial fibrillation go off of blood thinners. Dr. Ackerman says that nearly 10% of those 80 years old suffer from this heart condition. The procedure inserts a small umbrella jellyfish-like device into the heart to prevent stroke.
It is extremely common. Many people don't feel it, but no matter what, the risk factor for stroke is there, which is why this is also important.
Bill Sack came out of surgery just hours ago.
That charged me up in a very short time. And so, again, I'm just so happy it's done.
As a farmer on blood thinners, he couldn't do the things he wanted to do in fear of cutting himself on the job.
It's happened already to where I had to, thankfully, I mean, it wasn't that far away from home, but I mean, I just couldn't stop it from bleeding. So, I mean, it was kind of definitely bothersome.
After taking about 45 days to heal, Bill will not have to take blood thinners and will be able to get back to normal activities.
Being able to help, believe it or not, I'm 81 years old, but that's kind of my hobby is farming. And I can go back out and maybe sit on a tractor without having to think about doing something I shouldn't do.
CHI Health Nebraska Heart Institute was the first in the state and the region to start doing this procedure. And the region includes Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, and western Wisconsin.
Pretty incredible. Ariana, thank you for that story that you'll only see right here on Channel 8. In other news now, the annual Nebraskan of the Year Award is given out by the Rotary Club of Lincoln.
It goes to someone who displays honesty, integrity, and concern for others. This year, the award was presented to Judy Gashkabas. She is the first Native American to ever be given this award. Judy is a member of the Ponca tribe and is a cultural mediator and bridge builder between the government and Native peoples. This is the 33rd presentation of the award.
I just feel very happy and inspired to continue to do more work. I feel like I have the energy and I'm in good health. I want to carry on and do more for our people.
And through her work, she's promoted several successful legislative bills. One called for an in-depth study of missing and murdered Native women and children here in the state of Nebraska. She's also received numerous other awards for her contributions to Native Americans and the state of Nebraska. A former president is planning on making a stop right here in Nebraska.
Donald Trump is holding a rally and Charles Herbster will be there as well. Herbster released the information this morning on Twitter. He says the rally will be April 29th in Greenwood at the I-80 Speedway at 8 o'clock. 8 p.m., by the way. Both Herbster and Trump are expected to speak. A race was scheduled to take place at the Speedway at the same time, but it is now canceled. And some sad news tonight. A former Nebraska congressman and state senator has died.
That's right. The family of Brad Ashford said he died peacefully after a battle with brain cancer. He served as a Nebraska state senator from Omaha and was a U.S. congressman for the state's 2nd district. He was 72 years old.
Representative Don Bacon taking to Twitter saying, quote, "Omaha lost a giant, strong pillar today. A family man who had deep roots here and dearly loved his community. I'll miss him tremendously, and I thank the Lord for giving me the opportunity for his friendship."
And Governor Pete Ricketts says, quote, "Brad was a dedicated public servant who cared deeply for the state of Nebraska. Please join us in praying for Brad's wife Ann and the rest of the Ashford family," and it says we send our deepest condolences. Now to the latest on the pandemic and the new mask rules announced across the country today.
Travelers facing confusion with the TSA no longer enforcing face coverings on planes and at airports, but some local officials are still requiring them. ABC's Rena Roy breaks down all the information and what it means for travelers.
Mask confusion coast to coast with a mix of new regulations popping up for travel all over the country, leaving Americans with a lot of questions.
Do you think it's going to cause more confusion?
Absolutely.
The TSA no longer enforcing masks on planes, and they're no longer required on trains, buses, or at transportation hubs. These signs being taken down at Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport.
Masks will be optional this evening for all crew and passengers as well. So it is cause to celebrate.
Wonderful. I travel all the time for work, and I don't have to worry about this anymore.
This after a Florida federal judge appointed by former President Trump ruled against the Biden administration's federal mask mandate, saying the CDC exceeded its authority.
So this is obviously a disappointing decision. The CDC continues recommending wearing a mask in public transit.
But getting from point A to point B could be pretty complicated. Travelers bound to face a variety of rules along their journey, policies depending on state, city, and mode of transportation. For example, Monday, the city of Philadelphia reinstating its indoor mask mandate, which still holds in some parts of the airport. But if you're in a TSA line, they won't enforce it. And in flight, it's up to each airline. United, American, Delta, Southwest, JetBlue, and Alaska Airlines all dropping their mask requirements. And when it comes to buses, subways, and trains, they've got their own rules too.
Some conductors are telling us that we have to wear them. So on the way in, they told me I had to wear a mask still.
The big question now is how will this all be enforced? Officials urging calm and asking travelers to be patient as this country navigates another changing landscape when it comes to masks. All of this coming at a time when more than half of the U.S. is seeing a rise in new cases driven by Omicron subvariant BA2. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And back here at home now, it is time to check in with John for your first forecast. And just moments ago, he told me and Megan, we tied a record today, but that's all he would say. Now here's more.
That's right. I told you had to stay tuned and listen to what we've got. This morning it got chilly. We made it down to 24 degrees. That tied the record low temperature set back in 2018 on this date. And interestingly, this is the third record we have either tied or broken so far this month, and we still have, 11 days to go. This morning down to 24 in Lincoln, made it to 24 in Columbus, 24 in Wahoo, and warmer out to the west, only low 30s. Basically where we saw some clear skies initially, that's where we saw the coldest of temperatures. Take a live look right now from the station to the north and west. You can see the trees bouncing around a little bit. The winds continue to blow, and we've still got clouds out there, although we have had a few breaks from time to time. It's 57 degrees right now in Lincoln. That's the high temperature of the day. 56 in Beatrice, and 60s as you head up towards Grand Island, Hastings, as well as in Kearney. Winds are gusting 30 to 45 miles per hour out of the southeast. More of a southerly wind out towards the Tri-Cities, a southeasterly wind right now in Lincoln. You can see in the visible satellite imagery where some are starting to see some breaks in those clouds and seeing some sunshine popping through, and that's where temperatures are warmer. We've got a warm front that's back to our west. That's going to slide through tonight. That's going to make it so temperatures don't fall very much tonight. Lows will only be down into the 40s, but a cold front comes through tomorrow, and that brings with it a chance for some showers. 54 degrees by 8 o'clock, 52 by 10. We'll keep the winds up as we go overnight, and again, the temperature's not dropping very much. We'll time out the showers coming our way for tomorrow, coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, John. Latest now on the war in Ukraine. A day after deadly bombings in Lviv, Ukraine is now bracing for Russian strikes in the eastern region.
The intensifying conflict setting off a refugee and humanitarian crisis. ABC's Justin Finch is in Washington tracking the latest.
From Bucha to Mariupol, the remains and ruins of Russia's war in Ukraine are plain to see. The UN estimating nearly 5 million Ukrainians have fled since Russia's invasion began in February.
This is the fastest growing and one of the largest refugee crises we're seeing in Europe since the Second World War.
At a steel plant in Mariupol, the city council is saying there are at least 1,000 civilians seeking shelter, mostly women, children, and the elderly, along with Ukrainian troops who've been fighting off a barrage of Russian attacks. Those troops flatly rejecting Russian demands for them to surrender. ABC News cannot independently verify these claims. Shipments of that $800 million U.S. military aid package continuing to arrive in the country. The Pentagon saying Ukrainian troops will soon begin training on the more advanced weapons provided by the U.S.
They understand how to use artillery, and we don't believe will take very long or require much detailed training to get them up to speed on American howitzers.
Time is ticking. The Pentagon tracking Russia's stepped-up attacks in eastern Ukraine. Visiting western Ukraine, Poland's prime minister called Ukraine's struggle one for the freedom and security for all of Europe. A senior U.S. defense official tells ABC News Russia's combat power has been reduced by some 25% since the invasion of Ukraine began. That reduction includes cuts in military capabilities, including troop casualties, vehicles and aircraft destroyed by Ukrainian troops, and missiles they've launched. I'm Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
Still to come on the news tonight, after spending 32 years in prison for murder, a California man is walking free.
His story and your full forecast after the break.
Liberal Brett Lindstrom is no conservative.
No way. Voice for governor.
A California man who spent more than 3 decades behind bars for a murder he did not commit was exonerated of the crime.
Clearing the way for his prison release, ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
After spending 32 years in prison for a murder he did not commit, 61-year-old Joaquin Syria set to walk free from a California facility. Syria, overcome with emotion, hugging his legal team as a judge overturned his conviction. He was exonerated by San Francisco District Attorney Chesa Boudin.
Now we're just waiting for him to actually walk out. He's very excited. He was pretty overwhelmed. He was really happy and also blurry-eyed.
Paige Kaneb worked on Syria's case under the District Attorney's Innocence Commission, formed in 2020, which reviews potential wrongful convictions. Syria's exoneration, the first for the organization.
Think about like the ripple effects of each wrongful conviction. They're stolen from wives, children, mothers, sisters, fathers, daughters.
Syria was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison for the shooting death of his friend, Felix Bastarrica, who was shot in the head after an argument in a San Francisco alley. For months, the commission searched for new witnesses and evidence and found a cascade of errors in how the case was handled, including police coercion of the key witness, who was a teenager at the time.
I think the thing that really sealed it for all of us was when the eyewitness came forward and named the actual killer who matched the original descriptions, and his detailed descriptions of what he saw and heard and how that fit with everything else. And everything pointing to Joaquin being innocent and to this other person being responsible.
Now free, Syria thanking the district attorney and the commission. He says he's looking forward to a fresh start.
He said he wants to take a walk with his son and just be able to walk and talk, which is something they've never been able to do.
And the district attorney's office says that Syria could be released in the next few days. His name will be added to the registry of more than 270 wrongful convictions in California since they began tracking back in 1989. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
A cloudy, cool, blustery day for most of us. We have seen a little sunshine out towards the Tri-Cities late this afternoon. That's allowing temperatures to jump back up to right around 60 degrees. We take a live look right now from Schoen's Roofing, and you can see cloudy skies down in the Beatrice area right now. Take you up to Honda of Lincoln, looking to the south and west, cloudy skies. The sun trying to pop out in the distance, but for the most part, clouds are still winning. Our high of the day, 57 degrees after a cold morning where we dropped down to 24 degrees, which tied the record low set back in 2018 at the Lincoln Airport. 56 right now in Beatrice, but warmer further west where I mentioned we've got some sunshine. It's 59 degrees in Aurora and York. We've got 60 in Grand Island, Hastings, and 64 degrees in Kearney. Winds remain out of the southeast to the south, but more southeasterly as you go further east along Highway 77 and eastward, more southerly as you go further out towards the Tri-Cities, where winds are gusting to 45 miles per hour. As we go through the rest of the evening, unlike usual where the winds may die off a little bit overnight, the winds are going to remain up, gusting up times to 40 miles per hour as we go through the overnight hours. So don't be surprised to hear things rustling around outside. Maybe a good night to not put the garbage cans out early, take them out tomorrow morning instead. But even tomorrow we're going to be dealing with some winds gusting at times 30 to 35 miles per hour in the morning. Cold front comes through during the afternoon, and you'll notice the wind shifting around to the north-northwest, but not as strong. I think by afternoon we're talking winds gusting to right around 25 miles per hour. The reason for the wind shift coming tomorrow is a cold front back out to the west. First, tonight this warm front's going to lift through. That's going to keep our temperatures from dropping much tonight. The cold front coming tomorrow will bring with it a chance for some showers, mainly for the morning, maybe up through the noon hour, and then after that I think we'll start to dry out. For the rest of this evening, temperatures holding pretty steady. We're going to see our lows only dropping middle to upper 40s by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Don't be surprised to see temperatures in the low 50s. By tomorrow, cloudy skies. Again, some morning showers not out of the question. Not a lot of rain, I think, but enough at times you may have to turn the windshield wipers on once or twice. This is looking at noon tomorrow. Still some of the showers around as the cold front comes through. And as it passes, it's going to push all the clouds off to the east, and we'll see some sun breaking out back behind it. So that's going to allow temperatures to warm up for tomorrow afternoon. I'm looking for a high of 68 degrees in Lincoln with the sun popping out. 70 degrees in York, Hastings, and Kearney. Up to 72 in Hebron and 69 for a high in Beatrice. Winds tomorrow out of the northwest, sustained 8 to 16, and we saw some gusts to 35, especially in the morning. And again, not expecting a lot of rain coming out of this. We're only Stormcast suggesting 2/100 of an inch for Lincoln and 1/10 of an inch in Oahu, which we could definitely use more than that. The latest showing you the annual precipitation departure from normal in Lincoln is almost 2 inches now. Long-range computer models over the next 7 days suggesting 1/10 of an inch to maybe a 1/2 inch. I think the 1/2 inch is probably a little on the high side, but you'll notice several chances for rain in the forecast though. 73 degrees on Thursday with a chance for rain coming late Thursday night. That continues into early Friday morning. We'll get a break through the day. Temperatures surging up to 88 degrees in the afternoon. We'll have a chance for some thunderstorms Friday evening. We'll have to watch out for a couple stronger thunderstorms, I think. The rain lingers into Saturday morning. We'll get a break and then another chance coming in Saturday night with another chance for a few thunderstorms. Turning breezy by Sunday as another cold front comes through. Highs will only be in the 60s. As we go through next week, temperatures a few degrees below normal, hanging out mainly around 60 degrees with another chance for some scattered showers coming our way by middle of next week.
Kind of an up and down pattern there for our forecast, getting close to 90.
Right. Near 90. I think some of you probably will hit 90 degrees on Friday.
Wow.
But again, we'll have to watch for a few thunderstorms Friday night.
All right, thank you very much, John. Now let's take a look at Wall Street. It was a positive day today. The Dow gaining 500 points. NASDAQ is also up about 287. And here are some of your local numbers as well as we take a look at those. Mostly all positive as well, but just slow or slight increases here and there. And finally tonight, a trip to the dentist turns into a trip to the doctor after a freak accident ends up with a dental drill bit in a patient's lung.
Ouch. Here's tonight's Take a Look at This.
There's a reason plenty of people fear the dentist drill. But it's not exactly for this reason. This is scary on a whole other level. A dental patient ended up as a medical patient in Wisconsin after he accidentally inhaled a 1-inch drill bit during a dental procedure.
Next thing I knew, I was told I swallowed this tool. So I didn't really even feel it going down. All I did was really felt a cough.
Doctors say that cough may have been what sent the metal object so deep into Tom Josie's lung. Deep enough where Dr. Abdul Al-Reyes says a normal scope couldn't reach it.
It was really far down on the right lower lobe of the lung.
Instead, the good doctor cleverly used a catheter normally used for lung cancer detection, and the gutsy retrieval seen here in this gross video was a complete success.
I was never so happy in my life when I opened my eyes and I saw him with a smile under that mask shaking a little plastic container that had the tool in it.
Speaking of stuff being where it ain't supposed to be, check out this crazy video of an estimated 10-foot-long alligator wandering around a South Florida neighborhood on Easter morning, possibly looking for bite-sized Easter bunnies. I don't know. What I do know is at that moment, the neighborhood became the gator's hood. Look at that monster. Sarasota County authorities kept a close watch on the gargantuan reptile until it slowly sauntered into a nearby lake without incident. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
That's about the way I walk. You know, nice and slow like that, taking it easy. Let's get a final check of the weather with John.
I was going to say, who wants that in your neighborhood lake, though? That's a problem also, I think. Hey, around here this evening, temperatures are going to stay on the mild side. We'll keep skies cloudy for the most part. Winds are going to stay up, gusting at times to 40 miles per hour overnight. Only 54 degrees at 8, 52 degrees by 10. Lows only dropping into the upper 40s.
All right, thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us.
World News is next, and then we'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock. Have a great night.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
The spas are here. Truckloads of spas arriving weekly. Hurry in today. These spas are going fast. Spas are in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Supreme Spa and Pool.
Closed caption.